How we doing today, man? I have a lot to talk about. Not really, but actually, we kind of do. I mean, wow. Normally, I'm way more focused, but I do actually have a few things, like a good amount of talking points. But yeah, first of all, I want to start with um, Alpha Futures, right? Well, look what happens when we do this. You have no active accounts. Why did that happen? Well, I was at my brother's high school graduation yesterday, and I got a notification on my phone. Uh, the account that I was using to pay for this account, I guess, didn't have the funds in it, so it didn't get to pay the rebill. And if I would have saw the notification from my phone, I would have been able to pay the rebill because I could have found the $55, right? So now that I don't have $55. But it bounced the thing and then it didn't pay. And now because of it, I was in the support team and the account that was up about $1,200, I don't know if I'll be able to have that now. So that's annoying. But I guess it just saves me the rebill fee. But so that's the first thing. That was the first thing that happened this morning. And yeah, I'm gonna try and get that sorted. I think I'm just gonna have to pay for another account, and I think they said they would credit the balance I had, but I have to do it today. So I'm just gonna make a decision. Do you guys think I should even activate that account? It'll cost me like $71. Do you think I should buy that account for $1,200 of profit, or should I just leave it? Right? Like, should I just not trade it and then start another combine after we finish up on this account? So currently, we just have the two accounts, right? We have the combine that copy trade with this account, the Express account. So that's currently all we're doing now, the only accounts we have. But do you guys think I should pay for it, right? Second thing is I just didn't like a trade today. As soon as I saw this, or let's go over the bias, right? Let's go over what I was looking at coming into the day. I think a lot of people came into this day short bias, honestly. I think a lot of people were short bias. And real quick, before I just go through the charts, because some people trade different strategies, I do want to talk about a change I'm going to make. Not a change, but I think I have to just choose. Choose is like a weird word. I have to make a decision between content, I guess, and just like trying to get better at trading overall. Today was one of those days where I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, like, I didn't have my combine, so I couldn't take trades on it. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what am I going to do? Because I didn't make a trade, and these videos are more boring, and I can't get good content, quote unquote, if I don't take a trade. So I kind of just, I don't know. I was like, what am I going to do, right? What am I going to do? I don't have, quote unquote, content to get out. I hate giving no trade days because who cares? Who's going to want to watch a video of me talk about why I didn't take a trade, right? Because all you guys want to troll me and say that I'm terrible and all this stuff when I lose. But when I do the right thing, I follow my rules today by not taking a trade because I didn't see what I wanted to. Nobody cares, right? Nobody's commenting, good job, you didn't take a bad trade, you followed your rules, you followed your plan, right? The engagement only happens when I just do bad, right? So again, even on like break even days, it's like I don't know. So it's like that's the thing. I kind of have to make a decision. Do I like? Because I know in the future, I know that if I'm doing 10K days, 10K payouts, I know the views will come anyways and they'll come back. But it's just so hard to let go of the momentum of my channel. Like right now, we're on a momentum swing, man. Like we have things are going good. Like we're kind of stagnating, which is cool, but we're keeping good views, growing, right, stuff like that, and it's doing good. And you guys are using my code, which is cool. Like things are working, but my trading's still getting better too. I still think my trading's getting better. Again, I don't really care if you think so or not. I think my trading's getting better, but I do think that there's times where I don't really do it on purpose. But sometimes people say, "Hey, is this an act?" Like, and it kind of is sometimes. I can't lie, not an act, but on this account, I was on the cruise this week. I was back on Friday. I didn't trade. I didn't trade this entire week. This is improvement for me, but this isn't fun. This isn't content, right? 2 weeks of no trades. This is not content. But we can't log into the account right now. But let's go to the Alpha Futures account. We can't go to the account because it's not there, so I can't show you the P&L. But if we look at this, right? If we look at our account, done, right? If we look at our assessment, account stats, right? If we look at those days, account stats. If we look at those days, right? We had some crazy days. We had where are they? Like right here. 51,000. We had a Why doesn't it show me the losses? Analytics, analyze. Okay, here we go. All right, if we look at these stats, on the days that I didn't trade, right, because I didn't like the price action, right, look, this whole week we didn't trade because I didn't like the price action. Let's see what we did on the Alpha Futures account of the week of the 5th through the 9th, the 5th through the 9th. So May 5th through the 9th, I took a trade every day. I lost, how much was this? 100, 106, we lost like 60. So we didn't lose too much on this day. We didn't lose too much on this day. We lost $62. On this day, we made $130. 2 trades. Let's see what happened there. We won both of them, or probably just partial. And it doesn't. Okay, this is annoying. Gosh, bro. Then what else happened? We didn't take a trade on FOMC day. I didn't look at the charts. Cool, FOMC happened. What happened here? Break-even day. 6 trades, though. So I made a video probably talking about the 6 trades. Then what happens? Boom, negative 500. Like, this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen, right? Like, it happened, but it shouldn't. And then what happens? I'm on the cruise, and then I come back again. I didn't take a trade. Why? Because I didn't see something that I liked enough for the XFA account, the Express account. And then I take a trade, I get rinsed of $670 just gambling, being an idiot. And this is what's frustrating is because, and then we gambled the account here because of rebuild. I would have done this regardless. This is, I'm fine with this one, right? We would have gambled on rebuild regardless because we were down. So that's fine. But what happened? We lost 400 that day. This was a bad day, right? But again, I'm improving, but not at the same rate because this is happening right here. And it can't happen. So I'm in a weird spot because of this. I don't have to make a decision. But I know that nobody wants to see me not trade for a week, even if that's me following my rules. I mean, some people do. But I know it's not going to grow my channel. But I also know that in the long term, if I don't get better at trading, my channel's not going to grow. So I have to get better anyways. I have to get better anyways. And yeah, I want to get better too. Like I want to succeed trading. Obviously, like I'm not just making videos for fun. Like I make videos because I love trading. I'm trying to get better at trading. So I'm kind of in a weird spot. And again, that's kind of what I'm talking about in this video is because I didn't have I can go over the chart, and I'm going to go over the chart, but nobody cares because I didn't take a trade, and nobody cares because I didn't lose, and nobody cares because I didn't win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of frustrating, and it also adds to the FOMO, adds to the pressure of wanting to perform, wanting to get payouts, wanting to do all this stuff because the momentum's there on the channel, right? This last month, I'm closing in the last like 30 to 40 days. I'm closing in, or not closing in, I'm above it now. I'm around $1,000 made from YouTube, the ad revenue, and then from code usage, right? Ad revenue about $500 in the last 40 days. And then my code usage is around $600, right? And again, I've told you guys, I'm going to always tell you guys exactly how much money I'm making from everything I do. And I'll stand by that. Because again, I wouldn't make that money without you guys watching the videos, using my code, stuff like that. But it's just frustrating because like that's good money and it's worth doing, but if it's going to hinder my trading, right? Would I rather make the $1,000 from social media, or I'd rather make $10,000 in the month from trading? And obviously I'd rather make the money trading, but it's so hard to try and separate it because I have momentum. I have, I'm seeing success from trading social media, and I just wish, I don't know, I wish that I was doing better at trading and I could just make good videos and whatever. And I'm not saying I can't do it at the same time, but again, I'm sitting here and I didn't take a trade today, and I know this video is going to be less entertaining, less whatever. It's not going to grow my channel much because the stuff that would grow my channel would be $1,000 days, $10,000 days, payouts. Like, that's going to grow my channel, but I can't, like, obviously I'm not just going to fake payouts. So it's just a weird cross dilemma of what do I do? And then, right, then on top of that, then you go on social media. And again, I know not to compare yourself, not to do all this stuff. This is actually a nice trade. Why is it a nice trade? We've been trending up all day. We tagged this 15-minute gap right here. We've been trending up. This is a clear market maker buy model to these highs. I will go over this price action because it's really good. I just had stuff I wanted to talk about. 5-minute sweep, 5-minute fair value gap, right? What happened? We got the change in state delivery right here, so you could have entered off of this and held through. But then what do we get? We get an inversion. We come down, hold, boom, come down again. Now we have 2 highs, inversion, boom. It's not running yet, but it looks really good. Just wanted to mention that. That's a nice setup, right? The nicest setups we had today were that one, and then we had a really nice one, ES. So I'll kind of go over the chart real quick, but I was talking about that. I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end, if anyone's interested. But if anyone's looking for the chart, I don't want to just talk about that all day. But part of it is FOMO from seeing other people online. And I saw Dodgy today, and the only 2 people that I saw take trades today was Dodgy and these guys, AJ Trading. I don't really I just see them on TikTok. I follow them on TikTok. Dodgy took this, and this isn't bad. Like, looking at this, it isn't bad. But I don't have the conviction to take this trade because I'm just not going to take it, right? Like, it's so early and open. I'm going to wait for the macro. I'm not going to take it. Cool. But they took the trade, or he took the trade. I really I saw this coming in the morning. I was bearish. Okay, so I'll go through my whole analysis real quick. I was bearish coming in today. Why? Why was I bearish, right? Why were you bearish, Diego? Why? Again, loose bias. You don't have to be right. But we already ran through this entire imbalance on ES, right? If we go here, we look at this entire imbalance 1 hour on ES, right? We have ran through this entire gap. Why was I not sold on shorts? Well, we've been ripping on the higher time frame. I expect this to get ran viciously at some point, right? All of these lows. This is going to be generational at some point, move lower. But I'm not going to predict that, right? But what happened? We had ran through this hourly gap. Ran through this hourly gap right here. Boom. A little bit bearish, right? But why was I not sold on bearish? All this low resistance liquidity. If we look at the session, right? New York from yesterday. And is this New York from yesterday? New York yesterday, Tuesday, May. Yeah, so Tuesday. So we left all this liquidity here. And then we sold and sold and sold all this low resistance liquidity. So I had my eye on that. And I had my eye on these highs right here from yesterday, right? Yesterday we never ran them. We went lower the rest of the day. I wanted to see this get ran. This was my draw on liquidity if we were going higher. What did I need to see if we wanted to go higher? Well, we were holding this gap, the 1 hour, and we were holding the 15-minute. And what happened as well? We had displacement above. We had displacement out. Change of state delivery on the 15-minute, so we're flipping order flow. Right, the first time we really flip order flow on the higher time frame, if we go to the 30-minute, we didn't quite close here, but on the 15-minute, I guess we had it. But again, we start getting a bullish move, and it's looking bullish. And what happens? We hold this 15-minute gap right here. And market open, it could go either way. We had an SMT here at this time. ES did not sweep this high. We start moving lower, right? Cool. Hands off. What do we get? We get a rip-off open. And then I see this next candle come in. We print a fair value gap here. And at this point, I'm looking for longs. Where am I looking for longs to? To this high right here and this high. These highs right here. All these stacked highs. So my eye gets set on that now. I was bearish. We get this in the next candle. Now I'm bullish, right? So what am I looking at in this 15-minute gap? I want to see us retrace to it. We get this crazy candle out of nowhere. Right? It's just something that happens these days. Equal highs, even more bullish. We're chopping. Couldn't do anything here. I'm not taking a trade because I'm not taking a trade until we either get below this low or we get into this 15-minute gap, and we never got there. But it was a beautiful day because why? ES. What did ES do? It did same bias, but what did ES have? It had the 15-minute gap as well. 15-minute chart here. I'll mark this out. And look at that. Look how the midpoint held. Tagged it once, trade below it, never close below it, close really bullish there. We go on the 5-minute, same thing. We trade all the way down to this 5-minute gap right here. So we'll kind of get this even more precise. This 5-minute gap right here that we made at market open, 9:30. So what happens here when we zoom in? We have the news candle. Then we have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So we have the trend line building up right here. Perfect. We have an SMT at these lows, so ES sweeps out this low, which is a low that NQ gets nowhere near, right? This is the same low. Look how much higher we are. And this low as well, we have an SMT there. So bullish SMTs everywhere. We have liquidity to the downside, and then what do we have? We have a perfect 3-minute gap. Perfect 3-minute gap. This is the best trade of the day for me. But I don't trade ES, and that's the thing. It doesn't matter, and this is basically an inversion, trend line breakout, whatever you want. You go long here, stop could be below this, stop could be here. and you target this high, and then you call day done, and that's a 2-hour trade. Or if you wanted to have your stop tighter, you have a 3-hour trade, right? Whatever you want, doesn't really matter, as long as it's not this, right? Let's say a 2-hour trade, and this is your day, and you could leave a runner if you want. I wouldn't, because NQ is already above these highs, so I wouldn't leave much of a runner. But this is so beautiful. This is perfect price action. And this is the hard part with trading, is that I didn't take a trade, but it's still a great day. I still learned a lot. I still got to see price deliver. I still got to get better. But again, kind of like what I was talking about earlier, nobody cares. No one wants to watch this video to see me talk about a trade I didn't take and see me whatever, right? Nobody cares about that. You either want to see me lose, or they want to see me win, or they want to see me, you know what I mean? Like, and some people do just want to see me follow my rules and stuff. But this trade's amazing. And it was amazing, but there's no entry on NQ, right? This move started happening at like 10:50. So 10:50 here, it starts happening at the same time. But again, when I look trade off ES NQ, I'm not entering on this candle. I'm not entering here or here. I'm not taking this because I didn't get the sweep here, even though we have the SMT. But there's no inversion. There's no inverse for me. So there's no setup for me. I don't trade the ES. I could have taken it, and then we start displacing higher. So at this point, I'm like, cool. I want to see us trade back into this 5-minute then, and then get a setup to these highs, because I really still like these. I like these equal highs right here. All these highs. I wanted to see this get ran. We don't get it, right? We just don't get it. So what was the only entry here possible? Nothing. Like, there was no entry for me. We barely pull back. We hold the fair value gap, and price was delivering well at this point. This is the macro. It was delivering well during the macro. It runs during the macro. This is why people pay attention to these, right? Look what happens in the macro time, right? It's not magic. It's just something that repeats. Macro opens. We start displacing. We follow through. We leave this gap, breakaway gap, right? We don't retrace the 5-minute. We hold the first fair value gap, and we displace. And that's the day. And the day's done there. I didn't take a trade. But I saw the price. I got better. I learned. But it didn't result in anything. I didn't make money from it. And then it's so easy to go on social media and see Dodgy slap this trade here. And again, this is a good trade, but I just wouldn't take it. And it's a good trade. But he slaps this, and he held all the way up to here, apparently, even though there's no executions. And who cares, right? Who cares what other people do? But I do sometimes, right? And you do probably too. It's so easy to see someone else. And the guys, AJ Trades, like, they saw this, and they entered off of a 3-minute fair value gap tap right here, the most shallow tap ever. And then they saw a CISD, if you can even call this a CISD. But again, I'm not judging them. I'm just saying, like, for me, it isn't that way, right? So they got to close above this down close, and they go long. Or maybe this one. I don't know which one they count the CSD, because I don't really count this as change of state delivery. And then they go long, like around here, and then they capture this move, and it's like, great. And I didn't get anything. And it's so easy, because I want to pay out. I want this. I want that. I want whatever. I want content. And it's so easy to just forget that what we're doing, right? And I need to remember that I'm a trader. I'm not a TikToker or a YouTuber. And even though I love posting on social media, it's just sometimes there's nothing to do. And it's hard, because I want to make a video every day. I want to do all this stuff, and I'll still make videos every day, and I want to grow my channel. But I know that my channel will do better if I succeed. I know my life will be better if I succeed. Everything will just get better. And it just sucks, man. I didn't take a trade today. I saw these highs. I saw the move. After this candle closed, my eyes were locked on here. I was confident, and just couldn't get it, right? And it's like, you feel like I'm still down 200 on the account. I still need the days for the payout. I've never gotten a payout. Like, all these things are just like boom, 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 boom. But it doesn't matter. And again, I don't know. Maybe the social media is affecting my trading because of that, right? It wouldn't matter. If I didn't take a trade today, yeah, it would be annoying to see someone else take trades and win. But if I didn't have to make a video I don't have to make a video. But if I didn't like making videos, then I wouldn't feel as bad that I just don't have a trade. I wouldn't feel as whatever. And I would just step away, and I would just do something else. But I revolve so much around trading, which is fine, because I think that I'm not like complaining or making excuses or anything. I'm just trying to give you guys a viewpoint. Because today's boring. Nothing happened, right? But the thing is, today wasn't a boring day for some people. Some people had a great day, big losing day. I don't know. So that's all I really have. This video somehow managed to be 20 minutes, even with no content per se. But make sure to use your boy's code. If you're gonna get an Alpha Futures account with a discount, use my code. If you're gonna use Apex, use my code. Right? I appreciate it a lot. I'm still doing the giveaway. We're just not at the figure we need to be at on each one, but I'm still gonna do the giveaway. Just screenshot, send me a picture if you use the code, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate all you guys that watch these videos. And I guess I need to just appeal to people that actually like me for me and want to see me get better and don't care if I take a trade or don't care if I lose or win. Like, just want to see me get better. I appreciate you guys. And again, I don't want to like discredit you guys, but the vast majority of people, they don't show up to watch me not take a trade or to win. They show up to watch me lose. And but selfishly, it's like, that boosts my views and it boosts my engagements. It's just like an addiction. So I appreciate anyone that watched the videos, regardless. Yeah, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys had a good day. Let me know how you guys did today. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.